Hi, in this video I'm going to walk you through my Apache NiFi data flow implementation for a real-world problem, real-time bus tracking and route updates in Sri Lanka. So the problem is pretty simple. If you ever use public transport in Sri Lanka, you know there's no way to know when your bus is actually going to arrive. There's no real-time tracking, no live updates, nothing. Passengers just have to wait and guess. What I built using Apache NiFi is a data flow system that collects GPS location data from buses, processes it, validates it, and stores it in real time. Let me show how it works. So, here's the full data flow I've designed in Apache NiFi. You can see there are several processors connected together. Each one does a specific job. Data comes in at the top through an HTTP listener, flows down through processing and validation, and then split into two paths, one for valid GPS data and one for invalid or bad data. So now let me walk through each part. This first processor is called handle HTTP request. It acts like a web server. It sits and listens on port 88, waiting for buses to send their GPS data. Each time a bus sends its location, the data enters the pipeline right here. Next is evaluate JSON path. The GPS data arrives as JSON, so this processor reads that JSON and pulls out the specific fields we need, like the bus ID, latitude, longitude, and the route and the speed. Then we have update attribute. This adds extra information to the data, like a timestamp for when NiFi proceeds it and a status label making the bus as active. Think of it like stamping a document before filling it. This is where the decision happens. Route on attributes checks whether the GPS coordinates are actually valid numbers. If the data is valid, then it goes through the left path. If the data is invalid or corrupted, then it goes through the right path. These two replace text processors, format the data into clean JSON before save. The left one formats the valid bus locations and the right one formats the error reports for the buses with bad GPS signals. And these put file processors save everything to disk. Valid locations go into the bus location log folder and the errors go into the separate error logs folder. In a real system, this would connect to a database or a live mobile app. Finally, these two handle HTTP response processors send a reply back to the bus device, a 200 OK for a good data and a 400 error for bad data. So this confirms the data was received. Now let me actually demonstrate this data flow in live. So I'm going to simulate a bus sending its GPS location by sending an HTTP request from this terminal. So first I would go with the valid curl command. So yeah, I copy paste it. So I'm going to send the bus 001 on the Colombo to Negombo route with real GPS coordinates. So now you can see the values are changing. So wait a bit, then you can see the values are going to change. Yeah, now it's changed. The out is 3. So then it flows through the valid pathway. So closely look that the data has been changed. So now I'm going to pass a curl command for the invalid data as well. Now keep a close look at the invalid path. Now I'm going to put the invalid curl command. Then you can see eventually the invalid path, the values will be changed. So wait a bit, it will change once the data is flowed one processor by one. So still the out is 1, you can see. So now here it is 4. Now yeah, we can see now the in is 2, now out is 2. Now let me show you the output. First I will go into the Docker container, inside the Docker container. Then I will list out what the folders that we can see inside this. You can see there's a bus error logs and also the bus location logs, the valid and the invalid data logs. So then let's see the bus location logs. What are the logs inside that? Yeah, you can see that there are several logs created once the data is flowed through the data pipeline. So now let's read one of the log. Yeah, now let's see. Yeah, you can see all the bus details and their information is logged inside the output folder. So this is my real-time bus tracking data flow implementation using Apache NiFi. Thank you for watching.